Texans, and it comes your way next.
We are set for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in the heart of Texas at sold-out NRG Stadium in Houston. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the New England Patriots and the Houston Texans. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Texans offense going to go to work, and it is Deshaun Watson at quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a little spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
2nd down, back to Fournette. And good running there as he'll take this all the way out to midfield. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Throwing on third down, Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here we go on fourth. Watson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Caught by Jones. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On 1st and 10, Watson. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Watson now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Robbie Anderson from 13 yards out. And the Texans are on the board first here in this division round matchup. A long opening drive and a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. If they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They're led out by last season's comeback player of the year in his 3rd season now. It's Joe Burrow.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll run it for the first time with Eddy-a. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on third down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Texans will take over. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Fournette. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team can have any more confidence in handing him the football.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take him the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On first down, it's Watson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Touchdown! 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round.
Gun. Shot.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now it's Burrow. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. And nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Give to the fullback. This is Ron. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the 1st quarter. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football.
Here we go.
They'll run for it with Pierce. And not only only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fournette running out of the gun. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Watson. Open man is Anderson. But he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. So the Patriots coming out now. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow. There again is Cooks, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 22, Burrow. Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dameon Pierce, 14 yards. And the Pats are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Up the gut, Fournette. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Fournette. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
Well, defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
Here we go.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And that's complete to, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And
now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. Watson. That'll be caught by Anderson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A handoff to Fournette. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Leonard Fournette. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. Fournette will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pierce now up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. Making the catch is Sternberger. He'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Pierce will try to pick it up. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and now leaving with some options here on 4th and inches. Here's Jack Fox now. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Deep ball for Goodwin. It got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 55 yards. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play. Inside handoff now to Fournette. Down to about the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Again, it's Fournette. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 138 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the 1st half of this divisional round matchup. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lillard full up for his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Gano the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Here we go.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he's got this to Jefferson. Oh, he's brought down. Remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. That one good for 26 and a first down. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has a look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Gano out to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
11 mighty.
Now a handoff for Pierce. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now a second down and 6. Pierce gets this one running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That'll be a New England first down and gain of 12.
11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11.
The fullback Watt with a run. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow to Jefferson on the slant. And the Patriots are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Here we go. Right, Eddy. Right, up.
Here's Pierce. We'll get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Again, it's Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Dameon Pierce, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots get a bit closer. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime and sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Fournette. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This is Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try the air now with Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On second down, here's Pierce. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
He'll find Hodgins there complete.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. To throw again on second down. Burrow, pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Another carry for Pierce.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
11, 12.
Give to the fullback. This is Watt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Derek Watt taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't it?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good for him. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Up the gut, Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Hey, you gotta snap it.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
To throw is Watson. That is caught by Anderson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Second down, back to Fournette.
Shifts by him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. As his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further. Gano now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. New England's offense set to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again is Watson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And Brate, the tight end's got it.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon.
And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out.
Back now here on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
New England on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Here we go, here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Burrow. That's complete to Pierce. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Delivers another one to Pierce.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. Throwing again, it's Burrow.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
11 empty.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
Deep ball for Goodwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Burrow. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Burrow. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Holding. Defense. There's one play at a time, baby.
So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Gano the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a 1st down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, have a game, sir, why don't you? A sack earlier, and an exclamation point here late in the game, and this one by his side of the ball. They played so well, surprised he didn't get a 2nd sack earlier.
11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gives it to Cooks. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. There again is Cooks, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of solid notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
To the air again, Burrow. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's complete to Cooks. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
11 empty. 11 empty. 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11.
Going with a big fullback. Wow. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Derek Watt with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Koo, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On 2.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Completes it to Watt.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Now it's Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Aaron Donald. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
1-1, ready?
Burrow looking to pass. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Koo able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and
he's got a man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Another goal around now for the Patriot offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
Gotta go.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A final shot now for Burrow. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
cuts. The game like big pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. Ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with